All right, let's start some sorting here. Today is a huge day. It is Preg Check day. Hey, welcome back to Ohrmundt Simmentals. All right, it is Monday afternoon. First couple days of this week, gonna be a little bit brief, hitting just the basics. Couple of bale feeds. We've decided we're gonna feed them in the area they're on today, again. So an extra day longer than we normally would have. Then tomorrow we're gonna move them back here, let them have a day. And then Wednesday, we're just gonna keep them in this chunk until Friday so that we keep them close for when we do our stuff on Friday for Preg Check and all that stuff. All right, so these guys seem fairly content. You know, it'd be nice to have a little more grass, yeah, but you know, these guys just have to get used to eating hay. It's that time, getting to be that time of year. Some of the calves definitely look the part. They're coming along. What they don't know is that come Friday, their world's going to change a little bit, but that's all part of the process. We got to get those calves weaned off, and I think they'll do just fine. All right, Tuesday afternoon, and name of the game today is we're going to rotate them onto this field south of the bales. So I got to go quick buzz down, and I will check the water tank to make sure that that's decent, and then I'll come back, set up the temp fence again, and then we'll go let them on. We do have the trailer. The black trailer is kind of, it's not in our way, but I just got a temp around it, but that's not a big deal. All right, so I did not know that these two wagons were here, and I honestly don't want to pull a tractor out. So 2008 Suzuki King Quad gets the nod. Not exactly the ideal thing, because this is all I got. It does not hook up the greatest. I'd say it's probably the one thing I have disliked about the King Quad is they did not, when I bought this one, they did not have the standard 2-inch receiver like they all have now. So that's like the only knock that I've ever had. But it works. We make it work. And honestly, I don't do this very often. All right, we're all set up now. Running a little later than I thought, but it's all right. It's a nice evening. So, and these guys are hungry. They've earned it, you know, in a couple of days. We're gonna get Preg Check done on Friday. That comes at 12:30. All right, easy peasy. Now they're obviously gonna walk around and look for the best stuff. That half of the field is really, really decent. It's not bad right here too. This is about 8-12 inches of orchard, rye, bluegrass, lots of clover. So yeah, it's good stuff. Good stuff, Maynard. What do we got here? Is this our 431? Yep. It's like I can pick her out just by her body type. Come on, girl. Yeah, she's doing okay. Yeah, she will develop nicely, very nicely. Snip tail, that's our bold ruler bull. If there's one thing about bold ruler from our animals, lots of depth. Nice deep, big capacity guts, and really nice steer. Our wannabe Fleck, he is really thick. I like that. Factor heifer, out of a cowboy cut. Factor heifer, Deja's heifer. That's our number 10 heifer. Whitey Gergs' heifer. And then I think that's 75's heifer back there. That's 430. Here's that 301. So this is a factor daughter out of our bold ruler heifer. All right, I got other things to do tonight. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Hey, how's it going? All right, it is Friday, and today is a huge day. It is Preg Check day. So I'm home from work. We got to do a lot of work to get everything sorted, separated, and ready to go in the next hour and a half. All right, first on the list is we got to put the steers in a temporary location. Dad's gonna go grab the loader tractor so we can put a small grass bale in here for a lure, act as a lure. And we've got a lot of moving and shaking to do. So yeah, it's gonna be an interesting morning. All right, that is step one. All right, so we're in the BDA. So the idea is I've got a temp line to guide them to the opening here, and then here, kind of guiding them from over there into here. And then they might balk in this area a little bit, but we do have grain in all the bunks and then the hay bale. And once they're in the main area, we'll bring you back for that. All right, everybody's coming in, hopefully. I just have to get behind them, hopefully. I think we got them all. This would be awesome. It worked really well. Because what you don't want them to see is you don't want them to see where they're going. You only want them to see where they're going to. And I don't think anybody's left out here. All right, and then these guys are gonna hang out in the BDA for a little while. Actually, probably quite a while. All right, let's start some sorting here. Everybody is sorted out, and like we were hoping, we're distracting them with some hay. Some are starting to yell a little bit, but that's all right. It's per the usual. But these guys will be fine. Vet should be here in about a half hour. Just gotta straighten up a few things, collect a few things, and be ready to go. All right, vet's here, ready to roll. We got 3 calves we want to castrate, and then we'll do Preg Check.
About 80 days. Almost 3 months. Nice big red collar there.
The crappy part is this is one that last winter reported.
Oh, that's why she's got some barb.
It's Kate, it's about 35 barb.
Barbara's got a ginormous baby in here.
Oh, she does?
Ginormous baby. Yeah. That's a baby.
And she does not need to give her.
No, I think we need to give her worms. She's a little heavy. Ooh.
Well, that made Chris's day.
Yeah.
Because she was, her tailbone was rubbed off.
Fancy tool, now I don't need it.
Yearling.
Oh, she's another big one. Big baby. Big baby.
AI.
Worm?
Yeah.
He's got
That also.
we should just stop. Like we're gonna rest about the rest of it. Silly. Go the other.
I told one of the guys at work.
Get out of there, Nosy. There you go. There you
Come
go. Towards the light there.
That today's one of the more stressful days.
Yeah, just to see that.
Big one?
Big one, definitely. Big girl. How long does one cashew stay?
All right, we are done with Preg Check. Didn't get a whole lot of video, but you know, usually isn't much different. And it's hard to see what you want to watch anyways, so it was nice. Vet showed up. We had the 3 bulls that we wanted to steer out. That went really well. And then we bring in usually 2 groups and just start going at it. And everything just went really, really well. It was really nice. And shockingly, only 1 open cow. Unfortunately, Whitey Gergs didn't make it. She might be bred, but she would be really late bred. When the vet goes in and does ultrasound, if it's under 30 days, she can't tell. I mean, that's just the way it goes. You'd have to do blood test in order to verify at this stage. So she will be our lone cull cow, unfortunately. I mean, fortunately and unfortunately. So we'll see if maybe we keep her heifer or not. Maybe she'll be a, hey, we'll keep you, but if you go psycho on us, you're gone, that kind of thing. So, but everything went really, really well. Let's see here, just gotta getting these guys set up so they can go on the sorghum field. But yeah, everything went really well. We did something just a little bit different. Everybody got the virus shield, but we're gonna do something a little bit different next year. What we've always been told and what our current vet confirmed is that you want to give a booster for lepto stuff in the fall, but we should be able to just do a straight lepto shot. I wasn't quite sure about that yet, so they just got the same virus shield that they always get. Next year, they will just get a regular lepto shot, and that'll be the only thing they get. The other thing we did a little bit different this year that Heather talked to us about is that some of the newer stuff that she's been reading up on or seeing as far as deworming is really only focusing on like thinner cows, younger stock. If they're in really good shape when they come off and they're good slicked off, and you know, they're say maybe 4 years old or so, then, and they're in good shape, then you don't worm them. Because the newest thing they've been seeing is that you kind of want to have like 20% of your herd not wormed, so that you build up a tolerance, a natural tolerance to some of the worms that are already out there. And when you do that with the cows that are in good shape and are doing fine on their own, then you're starting to build that. And I think we ended up worming probably 50%. And she said you want to leave like at least 20 not wormed to help work your way towards that. And since we already kind of knew that going into it today that we were going to do that, I didn't have to buy more wormer. So we essentially used up everything I had left over from the spring. So that turned out really well. But again, just kind of really surprised that we only had one open. And the one that I was really concerned with, Barb, who we thought was in standing heat, had a false heat because she got a big baby in there. So hopefully we have a Fairview Kingpin baby coming in the spring. I tell you one thing, I am filthy. The cows were a little excited and juiced up today. All right, everybody behave themselves in the steer group. Not sure what we're gonna do with those guys yet. All right, we just need to let these guys out. These guys need to scooch back. Let's lock these guys out. They can go in the sorghum field. They'll find that no problem. And then I got to put up some fresh wire on the inside of these yards. Oh, and did I mention it's like 85 freaking degrees today? It's ridiculous for the first few days of October. Everywhere where the steers wrecked the fence, the wire, all new fresh wire, should all be good. Dad's just been kind of cleaning up, like trying to get to these different bale feeders that we really haven't been to in, I don't know, 3 months. So, you know, like this guy just got all grown up. I used to cut it with the lawnmower, but then Dad started putting a couple of the buckets and stuff here, and I just didn't. So we'll make sure we get a second crop in there. We're gonna clean most of that out of there, give it to the bull and the cow. Those two are gonna hang out together for a while. Steers are gonna stay in the BDA, and no, we do not have a bunk feeder for it yet, but we do have one, I think, on order. The SI green ones like we have, we found somebody that makes one very similar to that. I don't know if it's an out of their shop type of deal, but they were gonna order us one. That was like a week or two, and he said he just didn't happen to have the 16 footer in stock. He had 10s and 20s, I think. And he said it'd be a week or so till we needed one, and we're like, well, we don't need one because we know we gotta get the chopper ready. We needed to do this today. We need to chop corn, and and we'll limp through with that bunk until we get the other one. So, but it's built pretty darn heavy, dude. It's very, very similar to our SI feeders, but it's blue. So, all right. So this year, we tried it last year a little bit. We got more of the rolled corn oats molasses from our local mill in Marathon. The idea behind that is something that's like super sweet to get them coming to the bunk faster than normal. And then, you know, essentially a starter type thing. And cheaper than, like, say, pre-con or something from Purina Mills. But we've used pre-con before, and it was just fine. We had nothing wrong with it. But this stuff, this is simple. You don't have to make sure, you don't have to worry about them having it or ordering it or anything like that. They'll whip it up whenever you need it. So yeah, this stuff you can definitely tell, you know, a lot of oats. The corn, all the corn is cracked. It's all mixed together. Lots of molasses. So very, very sweet smell. And honestly, that's the idea. Got Factor and Whitey Gergs separated out. So calves are by themselves. We're just gonna keep Whitey Gergs in there for, I don't know, whenever we want to get rid of her, I guess. But that'll also give Factor somebody to kind of hang out with. But right now, Dad's got this feeder cleaned out. That feeder's already cleaned out. We're gonna put the spike on, start divvying out bales. We need 3 bales tonight. 2 for the calves, 1 for the steers. And then I need to get in the shower and get going. I'm actually looking forward to my drive to Marshfield. It's only about 45 minutes, so not horrible, but long enough because I need a little break. It's about break time. Then we really love for the calves is putting in bales of the second crop grass. That's mostly grass. A little bit of clover, maybe a little alfalfa in there. But it's mostly like an orchard grass, rye, bluegrass, that kind of a combo. It's just nice and soft grass hay. They love the taste. There's still some lick tub in there from what we got the steers a few weeks ago, so they'll be able to get at that. They have a salt block, which I'll start giving them regular mineral in the next few days, so we'll set that up for them as well. But yeah, they're gonna be pretty set. Yeah, and almost everybody is eating hay. They absolutely love this stuff. So if it works, it works, right? And they'll come find the grain. We'll see how much is left in the morning. And if we need to add some, we'll add some. If we don't, we'll wait. We'll add a little bit tomorrow night. Tonight, when I get home, might be a little noisy. I'll be home around 11:30 at the latest, I think. And then tomorrow might be a little noisy, but it's a 3-day process and they're done. And they're off and running. All right, cows are set, despite what they're saying. Calves are set. They're not gonna care for a few more hours yet. But everything went really well, way better than Dad and I both had anticipated. So just kind of a relief. But now I gotta get in the house. I gotta get ready to go to a game. I need to go to Marshfield. I gotta stop and get some gas. But hey, thank you to Quick Trip because that's where I'm stopping. But hey, we've come to the end of a busy week. And football season is kind of starting to wind down a little bit. I got like a week and a half, two weeks at the most for my regular duties. And then I'm actually done with football. But this was a great week. Preg Check, Weaning started. The ball's rolling on a fall season. This weekend, possibly chopping corn. Dad got the inoculator pump setup thing from our seed supplier and the inoculant. So that's awesome. it's gonna be busy, but it's gonna be good because the corn looks good. Our calves are looking better every day. Moms are just gonna be bawling all night long. Calves will bawl tomorrow. Moms tonight, they're tomorrow. A little bit of each on the third day. Done. So, all right, we've come to the end of the day, end of the week, end of the video. Hope you guys love the video. Please, on your way out, hit that thumbs up button. Definitely supports the channel. And if you got any questions on what we do with weaning, our process, shots coming up, all that kind of stuff, we're taking weights probably in a week and a half or something like that. When these guys chill out and they're kind of rolling, then we'll take weights and shots and all that stuff and get our protocol going. So we'll talk about that more then. So if you got any questions on any of that before I talk about it, please leave them in the comments. And as always, don't forget to subscribe. Definitely supports the channel. And don't want you to miss anything with harvest and weaning and see how these guys turn out. Because I also have to take DNA samples, which I have my sample taker thingies from Allflex. I have those, and I got to figure out who I'm all going to take samples on. So yeah, it's hectic, but I got to get going. And as always, thanks for coming along.